Did this book predict the Titanic? This was written in 1898 and it's a story about the fastest, most luxurious ship in the world, a ship that has not enough lifeboats that sinks when it hits an iceberg in the North Atlantic. Look at that cover. But does it actually predict the Titanic? Here are more similarities. Let's talk about size. So both boats are of a very similar size. One is 800 feet, the other one is 882 feet. And at the time, people actually accused the author of being psychic, a claim which he denied. But let's dig into this a little bit more because it is interesting. But is it a coincidence? First off, this is the original cover. Now, the cover was changed in April 1912, which is when the Titanic sank. So this is actually an example of some cold, hard marketing. They are capitalizing on the hysteria and the excitement around Titanic sinking. But what about the other things, the lifeboats, the size? Now, the author Robertson, he had extensive knowledge of shipping, and it's likely he understood not only a lot about many of these boats were similar, but also that it would be something like hubris, which would bring a huge ship like this to its knees. He knew that a huge ship might survive a head-on collision, which is why in his book, his ship actually hits another boat before it hits the iceberg. And that's why this is interesting, because often when we find a coincidence, only the relevant parts of the story are brought forth. In this book, the ship sinking is only a small portion of the narrative, and it hits the other ship before it hits the iceberg, which is part of its demise. But even with all of this explained, it is still an uneasy coincidence.